Welcome back to the Upper Echelon Podcast where we keep it real and we keep it jiggy over here. Because why? Because we ain't never, ever scared.
Like and subscribe and make sure to come.
Thank you. PJ says like, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's get started. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We doing a Q&A with King PJ in the building. Say hi, PJ.
Hi.
Okay, so guess what, PJ? Before we get started, I got a message for you, and then we're going to speak to the people that's in the chat. You're going to say hi to everybody, and I'm going to show you everybody's name, okay?
Okay.
Hey, black child.
Hi.
Do you know who you are?
Yes.
Who you really are?
Yes.
Do you know who you can be?
Yes.
What you want to be?
Yes.
If you try to be?
Yes.
What you can be?
Yes.
Hey, black child.
Yes.
Do you know where you going?
Yes.
Where you really going?
Yes.
Do you know you can learn?
Yes.
What you want to learn?
Yes.
If you try to learn?
Yes.
What you can learn?
Yes.
Hey, black child.
Yes.
Do you know you are strong?
Yes.
I mean, really strong.
Yes.
Do you know you can do what you want to do? If you
Yes.
try to do what you can do?
Yes.
Hey, black child.
Hi.
Be what you can be. Learn what you must learn. Do what you can do. And tomorrow, your nation will be what you want it to be.
Okay.
Let's look at the comments. Okay, who's in here? Who's in here? Hey Deborah. Say hi.
Hi, Deborah.
Miss Deborah.
Miss Deborah.
Hi, Miss Carmel Cutie. Hi, Latte Eminem. Hey, Miss Lativia. Hey, Miss I'm Chosen. Miss Robin Lodge. Say hey, Auntie Rich.
Hey, Auntie Rich.
Hey, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Miss Angela.
Miss Angela.
Hey, Miss Tony. Miss Sugar Pop. Who else is in the building? Miss Lady J. Say hey, Miss White.
Hey, Miss Wright.
Did you say hey, I'm Chosen?
Hi. Hey, children.
Hey, Miss Sweet Queen.
Hey, Miss Sweet Queen.
Hey, Miss Josephine.
Hey, Miss Josephine.
Let's get into some topics because we have a couple of things to talk about. Now, PJ wanted to join the podcast tonight. We only going to be on here for a couple of minutes before he goes to bed, but we're going to talk about conflict resolution and how PJ works on conflict resolution with his peers. And he has a couple of tips for us grown-ups, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to share some of those tips, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to do the podcast with me weekly, maybe once a week?
Yes.
You got the time to do it?
Yes.
You're not too busy?
Mm-mm.
Okay, and we're gonna do a Q&A. Say hi, Miss Tabby.
Hi, Miss Tabby.
Say hi, Deacon D Ham.
Hi, Deacon DM.
Oh, who else we got here? Say hey, Mr. Troy.
Hey, Mr. Troy.
Okay. So one of the questions that we're gonna ask today, and then the chat can ask you some questions as well. One of those questions that we're gonna ask is, do you know, King PJ, what is conflict resolution?
Yes.
What is it? What do you think conflict resolution is?
Conflict resolution.
You got to speak clearly and loudly so they can hear you.
Conflict resolution is if someone is fighting, you need to help them. Them by hear them out and by doing a conversation and
By having a conversation and hearing them out?
yes.
Okay, what else?
And also make sure they are fully calm to be best to be cool with each other.
To be cool with each other, make sure they're calm.
Yes.
Okay,
and,
okay.
For them to be happy.
And for them to be happy. So you gave a couple of things that I think are really important and very, very smart. You said that they should be calm and hear each other out. Is that what you do? Yeah. and so that they can be cool with each other, right?
Yes.
Why is it important to be calm? That was a good point that you made.
If you be calm, you won't be frustrated or mad.
So if you're calm, then you won't be frustrated or mad, and that will help you to communicate.
Yes.
Okay. So another question I have, and then maybe somebody in the chat might have a question, is have you ever been bullied?
Nope.
Never?
Nope.
Not one time.
No.
Come on, King PJ. You never been bullied, not even once.
Mm-mm.
Come on, nobody ever called you a bad name?
Nope.
In school?
Nope.
Never?
Nope.
Okay, well I believe you. So maybe you just got some. Maybe you. We got a question in the chat for you, King PJ. Miss Camille, say hi, Miss Camille.
Hi, Miss Camille.
Miss Camille said, "How old are you, King PJ?"
I am 7.
You 7? Okay, and when are you gonna be 8?
June 24th.
June 24th. Are you excited?
Yes.
What you gonna do when you turn 8?
I'm gonna start be washing the dishes.
You gonna start washing the dishes? I know that's right. Okay, so let's see. The other question I had, well, you didn't answer that question like I thought you would. So I asked you, have you ever been in a situation where you have been bullied? You said never, not even once.
Nope.
Nope. Situation where you went to school and somebody was bullying you. How would you handle that situation?
I will just I will just I'll just ignore them and just be calm and just don't have a ruckus with them. And
You said don't have a what now? A ruckus? I know that's right. You ain't gonna create a ruckus. You're gonna be calm. And okay, so what if you try to be calm though? What if you try your best, your best to be as calm as you can, but no matter what you do, they keep on bothering you? What are you gonna do then? What would you do?
I'll just ignore them the whole entire time.
And why do you think it's a smart thing to ignore them?
Because if you ignore them, you don't even they will just be mad and then stormed off.
They're gonna storm off because they're gonna be so mad.
Just because they are not paying attention.
Oh, so you saying that after a while, after you ignore them for long enough, they just gonna stop paying attention to you and leave, huh? That makes sense. Okay. What's another question that I have for you? Okay, so about what do you think about adults that have a problem with conflict resolution? What do you think that a grown up should do about conflict resolution?
They should talk and then hear each other out until they are now figure something out for them to stop up having problems.
So you think that they should talk until they can figure out how they can stop having problems?
Yes.
Now, what if they can't figure this out amongst themselves? If they can't figure out how to do this stuff amongst themselves, what should they do then?
They should do.
That's a hard question, isn't it? That is a hard question.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna skip that question because that one is kind of hard. Let's read some of the comments, okay? And then we're gonna see if somebody has any questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go up. Somebody said ruckus. That was where you get that word from, boy? Let's see. Somebody said his voice is so deep. It's the clearing of the throat for me. They said you got a deep voice. Let's hear it. Let's hear your deep voice.
Hello.
Do it again. Do it again.
Hello.
Say hey, chat.
Hey, chat.
Okay, let's see. Oh, look at what Miss Robin says. She says King PJ is very smart. Teach these adults, King PJ. That's right. Say thank you, Miss Robin.
Thank you, Miss Robin.
Okay, so let's look at another one. Oh, Miss Carmel Cutie said PJ is so smart and very well spoken. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Okay, so Auntie Rich says, King PJ, how would you handle someone else? Oh, that's a good question. So Auntie Rich said, King PJ, how would you handle seeing someone else being bullied. So if you're in school and nobody's really bothering you, but you see one kid and everybody is picking on that kid and they're bullying them and pushing them around, what would you do?
I will I will help him to run away from the bullies if they get picked on, on and I will mm, um
You got to think about this one. This one is a good one. So you would help them run away.
and then grab his hand and go to the principal office and tell.
Also, you gonna tell, huh?
Yes.
So you don't mind snitching? No, that's right. Because if you tell, then that could probably help him, couldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so you would. So what you're saying is that you would help the kid by grabbing their hand and taking them to the principal's
That
office
was
to get away from Moodog, to get away from the bullies. And that way, you don't have to confront the bullies. You can let the principal take care of it. So I think that that's pretty smart because then you're not putting yourself in harm's way, in danger either, right?
Mhm.
That's right.
Now
Now,
for me,
what do you
now
think
for
that
me,
you do you think that here, sit up so they can hear you by the microphone. Do you think that what would you say if after you did that people start saying PJ is a snitch, PJ is a snitch?
I'll just close my ears and say la 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 la.
So you don't care, huh?
Yes.
Because why? Because you have to help somebody if they need your help, right?
Mhm.
Right. But when you help somebody, you help them by being non-confrontational. You know what that means? That means just what you said. Take them to the principal office, right?
Mhm.
That's how you handle it. Okay, let's go up and see another comment.
Stop by your
Miss Anitra said, "I got a 5 and a 10-year-old watching on the TV." Oh, you got other kids watching you. Isn't that cool? That is
Can I
cool.
say hi?
You want to say hi? Say it. Go ahead.
Hi, the other kid.
She says, "Very smart young man. I love this. Great information for my young boys." Say thank you, Miss Anitra.
Thank you, Miss Anisha.
Okay, let's go down. So, Auntie Rich said, "Yes, PJ. See something, say something. Nothing is wrong with letting an adult know." That's right. Okay,
Where's your mouth, Point.
you got it. Here, put it right here. Okay, scoot up. Now, Miss Kim Colby says, "How old is he?" Upper, he's 7. Um, Mr. Terry said, "King PJ, if you happen to feel as much pressure from the assignments being presented from different classes, how do you manage to balance the pressure itself?" So basically, what Mr. Terry here, just ignore the dog. What Mr. Terry is saying is, if you feel, let's read it again. If you happen to feel pressure from assignments being presented from your different classes, how do you manage to balance the pressure? So do you ever feel pressure sometimes from the homework assignments or classwork? And if you do feel pressure, how do you handle it?
I breathe in and breathe out.
So you practice by doing breathing exercises and you take a minute and calm down. Do you think that's also a good way to work on with conflict resolution too, by taking a minute, thinking about it, and breathing?
Yes.
Okay, let's go up. Looking at some of these comments. Okay, let me go down. Okay, so now that we talked about conflict resolution, we're going to talk about what it is that you aspire to be. We've been on here for six. I said we're going to stay for 20 minutes, okay? So we've been on here for 16. So now what we're going to talk about is what is it that you want to be when you grow up? Because you want to share that with the audience. What do you want to be?
I want to be an archaeologist.
An archaeologist. And what do archaeologists do?
Archaeologists mine and discover new things and find diamonds and find the dead.
Here, sit up.
Find the deaths of the zombies.
The zombies.
The death.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. You're gonna be an archaeologist, and what do archaeologists do? You know, zombies aren't real.
But the zombie graves.
I thought archaeologists look for dinosaurs,
Also,
dinosaur bones,
also, also ancient bones.
ancient bones.
Yeah, but they are not from a dinosaur. There might be something. It might be from a pirate. It might be from an
Oh,
ancient pirate.
oh. So you wanna? So oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. I thought archaeologists only looked up like old extinct animal bones and stuff like that. Do they look for pirate ships and old treasures too, or is that somebody? Or is that a different type of career?
That's a different type of career.
It is.
Yes, it's like it's from pirates.
Oh, okay.
Like it out.
Just ignore her. She just wants some attention. She just wants some attention. Just leave her alone. Miss White said Ruckus King PJ for the win, and Miss White, thank you for that $20 super sticker. Say thank you.
You welcome.
Now you didn't say you welcome. You didn't give it to me. Say thank you, Miss White.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you tired of this now?
Mm.
You're not.
Um, a little bit. Can I finish the movie?
You want to go back and watch the movie? Okay. So King PJ say if y'all ain't got no more questions, he is tired and he's about to go back and watch his movie. Say bye to everybody.
Bye. Ask me some more questions next time.
Next time. All right, give me a high five. You did good.
Thank you, Mom.
No problem. All right. So we're done with King PJ. We talked about some conflict resolution because just from what I'm from am I being too loud? If I'm being too loud, just watch it in your room and then you can come back out here when I get out. I'm gonna be out for a couple minutes. Okay. So I find that just from talking to PJ that it seems that younger children seem to have more sense when it comes to conflict resolution than adults, and it just really is mind blowing to me. I don't know if it's just that grown people choose not to apply that, or if they really just don't know. So what King PJ is going to be doing weekly, once a week, is he's going to be coming live. Today was his first night, so he couldn't stay too long because he has to get used to, talking and doing the live streams and stuff like that. So he's going to be coming to talk to you guys about how he deals with conflict resolution and other things in school. So this is going to be a kid friendly segment. What we gonna call our segment, PJ? What are we gonna call the lives every week? Chatting with King PJ, or you want to think of something else? Chatting with King PJ is what I came up with. What you got?
Chatting with
You want to think about it?
Super PJ Junior.
Chatting with Super PJ Junior. Okay, I think that's nice. I like that too. Okay, so let me tell y'all what was wrong with my car, you guys. So I ended up taking it in, and so um what was wrong with it was it needed a what you call a vacuum pump replacement, and basically when the vacuum pump, and I think it was also he said something was going on with my rotors. Now normally your rotors, from what I was told, your rotors and the vacuum pump don't mess up simultaneously because they're two different operating systems. But for just my luck on my vehicle, both of them needed to be replaced. So I paid a pretty little penny today, and got those replaced. But I learned something new. So apparently, when your vacuum pump is it defective in any way, it can cause your brakes to malfunction. So, I really honestly, I said whatever it is that I gotta pay, I'm gonna pay because brakes ain't nothing to play with at all. So I'm a huh?
I think you remember about
Hold on.
Chat PJ Junior.
Chatting with PJ Jr.
I think I want to do it like mm, to PJ Crew.
Oh, the PJ crew.
Yes.
So we gonna name your subbies the PJ crew.
Yes.
Okay, so chatting with the PJ crew.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So say thank you, Miss Penny, for that $5 super sticker.
Thank you, Miss Pink, for a $5 super sticker.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Where's
Oh
my
well, Miss
stickers?
Mar, you said where's the sticker? It's right there. They just call it a super sticker. It's when somebody donates to your channel.
How about the like the
Uh,
type of
oh, I don't know. So thank you, Miss Penny. Martha gave that's mine. It's not in there. It's probably in your room. Miss Martha said Q&A with people. Now that I like that.
Q&A? What's
Q
Q?
Q&A means questions and answers. Q&A with PJ, and it rhymes. Q&A with PJ.
Hmm?
I like that. You like that?
Yes.
I like that, Miss Martha. Thank you.
I think we should
So
change it to Q&A with PJ.
I think so too. I think we should change it as soon as we get off. We're gonna change the title of it, huh?
Yeah,
Look at that. You
Q&A
got
PJ.
74 people listening to you. You pretty cool. Look at
74?
Oh my God, look at that.
What?
Yes.
74?
Yes.
75 now.
75. All right now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Say like, share, and subscribe.
Like and share and subscribe.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't forget to hit that bell.
Don't forget to hit that bell. That's what I'm talking about. Give me some. Give me some. That's the future. That is a future content creator right there. So you're gonna be an archaeologist slash content creator. So you could be an archaeologist and then also be a content creator because you can record
and also
yourself.
Be a scientist.
And a scientist too. That's a lot of work.
Double the catch.
So a scientist, an archaeologist, and a content creator.
Yep.
That's a lot. That's a lot of work. Okay, y'all. We just came on for a few minutes. I got to go. PJ just wanted to come come on.
I will become a a a museum.
Oh, what now?
A person who works at the museum.
Oh, so you want to work at okay? So you want to work at the museum
to find out what does how to look what does dinosaur bones look like in ancient bones.
Okay, so you want to work at the museum. You want to be an archaeologist. You want to be a what was the other one?
A scientist.
And a scientist. Okay, I think all those things kind of coincide, honestly.
It does sound like the same thing, but
yeah.
But you gotta do different things.
So you know you got to go to school for a long time, though, right? What? Yeah, you got to, but it's nothing wrong with that. School is cool, right?
Yes.
That's right. Okay, y'all. I'm about to get off. Me and PJ are logging out. PJ say peace.
Peace out.
Peace out. All right, talk to y'all soon.